Welcome to Company Showcase, an advertising feature on HowStreet.com.
I'm Jim Goddard. I'm speaking with Larry Reaugh, President and CEO of American Manganese. Welcome back to the show, Larry.
Well, it's always good to be on the show, Jim.
Well, once again, your little company has been mentioned in Bloomberg. Can you tell us all about it?
Yeah, Bloomberg, we're interviewing Samsung about Samsung's move into recycling batteries so that they could, secure a source of metals, cathode metals, especially cobalt. And then during the interview, Samsung mentioned American Manganese and Umicore as being two of the recycling companies out there. They didn't say they had a deal with us or anything like that, but just them mentioning us, Jim, is a real catalyst for the other battery companies to become aware that we are out there and that we are doing things. And so this should resonate well with our shareholders and certainly resonates with the management. The Samsung is, as you know, has had problems with fires in their batteries and everything else over the years, and they're looking at shortages of cobalt could affect their business, their battery business, and they want to do something about it. Here we are sitting there, and we say we can get 100%. We don't say that. That's the research firm that does the work for us, Cometco, that says that. And I keep getting those questions, and everybody has to remember that Cometco is arm's length to the company, that what they do is independent. We have no influence on their test work and their bench scale work and all of their chemistries that they do to show that our process works. We don't even have anybody in the room when these tests are going on. So, you can take that to the bank. Cometco would not say, give us a report. They're getting 100% of all the cathode materials they're testing, which is cobalt, lithium, nickel, manganese, and aluminum, if they were not getting that. And we're starting to get some real recognition out there for what we're doing, and that's a start. Sooner or later, and very soon, I think there's going to be a partner, and it's going to take another event in the cobalt market, and it's probably going to be the event where, and I said this before, where you see some battery manufacturers shutting down lines because they don't have material, the cathode material, especially cobalt, or shutting down for periods of time for 2 weeks to 6 weeks while they await delivery of the cathode material. And that's going to affect the EV cars, that's going to affect the phones, it's going to affect everything. And I look back and I see in my emails I get queries from companies that do not have any cobalt use for in the EV or the battery manufacturing area. Yet they do have a requirement for cobalt, and they're asking us if we can supply them with cobalt. So that concern is going right across the board, and it's an exciting time for the company. I'll admit that. It's a dismal time for the manufacturers of batteries, and eventually the products at the end, which will be the handheld phones or EV cars, it's going to affect them all. It's going to affect companies that use it for pigments or in glass production or other things, especially metals for cobalt. It's going to affect everybody. And really, there's going to be substitution. But, it's like I've seen substitution in the past. I've been involved in companies where the metals have been substituted out, and it's usually an inferior product, but it's cheaper. And I don't think people want that. People want a superior product, and they want something that's dependable. So cobalt is not on its way out. It's going to be reduced in the where it goes into the battery, and I've said this before. But overall, as far as we're concerned, there's still going to end up being a shortage, and we're there to capitalize on that. I wanted to mention, Jim, is that we closed the first tranche of the placement. We'll probably close the next tranche next week, and we should have the all the money we need to get through to the exercise of warrants, and we can move on with the project. I'll be announcing next week that we've signed the contract with Cometco. The approved it, and that they will be commencing to work on the entire project, which is the 3 IPs and the pilot plant.
Larry, for new listeners, can you give us a bit of a background of American Manganese and what you're up to?
American Manganese is a critical metals company that's focused on the recycling of lithium-ion batteries. Now, we do have mining projects. We have one that's going active this year, and it's on a cobalt exploration where we had high-grade cobalt that was shipped off the property. And we have an Australian company, Longford, that is going to be spending money on it over the next 4 years. And there should be news coming off of that, and who knows what could happen. And we are at that stage in our recycling technology. We're going to be doing our pilot plant. We're looking at a commercial plant shortly thereafter, and I will be divulging locations on where that plant may go in the future. Probably not for 2 or 3 weeks, but it's all exciting, Jim. It's just a very exciting time, and I expect that shortly that we will be hearing more and more and more from battery manufacturers than we have in the past.
Larry, where are you traded and under what symbols?
We're traded on the Toronto Stock Exchange Venture Exchange under the symbol AMY. We're traded in the U.S. under the symbol AMYZF. We're traded in Frankfurt, Germany under the symbol 2AM. And you can reach us at our website, AmericanManganeseInc.com. Or you can phone the office, 778-574-4444, or you can email me direct at LREAUGH@AMYMN.com.
Larry, thanks for the update. I've been chatting with Larry Reaugh, President and CEO of American Manganese. I'm Jim Goddard. We were talking on February 16th.
Comments made on Company Showcase are an expression of opinion only and should not be construed in any manner whatsoever as recommendations to buy or sell any financial instrument at any time. Archived online at HowStreet.com. Company Showcase is a production of How Street Media Incorporated.